Welcome to Game 2 of the MGHL Finals. Kansas City Storm will be taking on the Des Moines Lady Wild. Lady Wild have brought a pretty solid team. We expect this to be a really competitive game. We believe this might be a preview of the final tomorrow, regardless of who wins or loses this game. Storm wins, Storm advance to the final tomorrow afternoon. If Storm lose, they have to play a play-in game back into the final tomorrow morning. So we are rooting for a Storm victory so that we can all sleep in just a little bit longer. Austin, Alex, Jason on the bench, getting the girls set to go here. 13-minute periods. I've got Maddie Nichols on color commentary with me today again. And Maddie's got our starting line here.
Starting at center, Bree. Starting at right wing, Elizabeth. Starting at left wing, Julia. Elsie and Eleanor on defense, and Hadley in net.
Bree pushes the puck forward. Julia working to battle. They'll kick it down into the corner and throw it up out of the zone. Julia picks up the puck, finds Bear on the far side of the ice in the neutral zone, and she'll skate it into the zone. Bree picks up the puck off the wall, has it to the center, looking for an opportunity. Oh, and we score early. Big goal for the Storm. They want to set the tone early here, going up 1-0.
What do you have to say about that?
The Bree score?
Yeah.
Like,
Bree Beach with the goal.
wasn't that like Bear to Bree? I mean, Elizabeth to Bree?
This is how we're doing it. Don't
Addie at center, Sloan at right wing, Rocky at left wing, and Elsie and Eleanor at defense.
Storm want to set the tone early here in this game, and that's a great way to do it, going up 1-0 early. Battling the blue line there, kicked back out, thrown back over cross ice. Rocky picks up the puck, able to up in number 25, but we'll get it down deep as Addie goes to work down low. Sloan battling with her in the corner. They'll throw it back up and around. We're not able to keep it in, and icing. No icing call, so it must have been waved off. Hadley plays the puck, and we'll get a buck up out of the zone. Rocky working for it in the neutral zone. Mistake by Des Moines. Opportunity here. Rocky tries to fire it in, not able to do so, and gets upended. Probably going to find a little bit of physicality in this game and not a lot of whistles, so be prepared.
Hey, it's better refs, I think, than earlier.
Cycle back around, looks for the centering pass. Nobody there. Defense going to have to do a really good job fighting the pressure here. Bree picks up the puck, looks to play it out, kicks it back around, up high. Des Moines moves the puck well, thrown back out. Quinn throws it back off around the net, up to Rocky, and Rocky's got some space, not able to handle the puck off the wall, but that's all right. Piper able to throw it up out of the zone, and we're going to have an icing call. And 11:10 to go, and we're going to have a face-off back to the left-hand side of Hadley and get a couple of fresh legs out there.
At center, Addie at right wing, Marianne at left wing, Sophia, and Quinn and Piper at defense.
Addie at the face-off dot. Wins the puck to the side. Marianne battling up top. They'll throw it over and look for the far shot. Piper steps in front of it. And Addie will pick it up and look to pick up speed from behind the net. Gets around one, able to chip it up top. Not able to get it. Ooh, Quinn deflected, but back across the net. Out of danger. Piper battling down there in the corner. And Addie, good job to pick that up. Battling, taking some speed, will skate it out of the zone and get it around and through the Des Moines defender. Gets it down low into the corner. Looks for the centering pass. Nobody quite there. Sophia looking to put pressure on. They'll throw it back up towards the middle. And they'll throw it in. And
she missed stick handle.
That works out in the Storm favor. Not going to be able to stick handle it. And Storm keep defending. And we'll throw that back and around. Battling back and around. Thrown back out of the zone again. Still have it. Addie, great job stepping up and able to pressure and has time and space here. Look to use a little speed and get it deep. And we've blown a whistle for offsides, we believe. Yep, going to be offsides. 9:55 to go in the first.
Yeah, Booyah at center, Elizabeth at right wing, Julia at left wing, and Eleanor and Juju at defense.
Puck pushed forward. Julia, they're battling in the corner. Wild will throw that out, and it's going to go down for icing, and the Storm are going to get a face-off back in the offensive zone to the right of the goalkeeper.
Say that. You say no line change.
Bree at the dot. Looks to win it back towards the middle. Wild able to pick that puck up. Look to find it up out of the zone. Not able to chip it out. Julia there to throw it back in. The Storm will go to work on the forecheck. They'll throw it back up wide. Callahan steps up. Juju able to keep that in. Storm still pressuring at the blue line, and Wild able to get it out through the neutral zone, and they'll skate it into the offensive zone wide. Looking for a wide shot, throws it back across the net. Bree will pick that up, rimming up around, but just picked up by the Wild player. Bree again picks up the puck, has an opportunity here, skates it in, looks for an opportunity, no player there to support, as everyone was getting a little bit of a line change for the Storm. Up to Callahan. Callahan throws it in. Number 8 from Wild wears it. And they will throw the puck down the ice to clear the zone, and we'll have an icing. 8:45 to go, and we'll get a line change for the Storm.
Addie at center, Sloan at right wing, Rocky at left wing, and Piper and Elsie at defense.
Addie at the face-off dot. Looking to win it backwards. Back to Piper. Piper winds up, throws it back towards the middle. Sloan there, looking for the centering pass, able to get it up. Goalie shuffles it back behind the net, and Wild will throw that back up. Piper not quite able to deal with it, but she's got some defensive support on the far side. We'll throw it over to DC, but Wild dump that back in, loses an edge, and Addie will pick the puck up and bring it around the net. Addie chips it up to Rocky. Rocky chips it back to the center using her speed, and we're able to exit the zone, and they're offsides.
Bree at center, Sophia at right wing, and Marianne at left wing.
Bree at the dot, looks to push it forward, not able to get there, but picked up by our defense, and Bree's able to pick that up towards the middle and looks to pick up a head of speed. She'll throw it in deep on, kind of misplayed by the Omaha goalie, up towards the middle, thrown out. Piper not able to get there. Piper loses an edge, and Des Moines will skate this in. Excellent work by Elise to just take that off the Des Moines stick and throw it back around to Sophia. Sophia will throw it out and wide, and Storm will go to work here. Little bit of pressure thrown back in the zone. Quinn's going to have to pick it up off the line change, and is able to get there. And free puck picked up by Juju. Juju will swing it across the net, up to Bree. Bree looking to pick up speed into the zone. A little too far, but Des Moines player gives it right back to her. We'll battle at the blue line, and we'll get it deep. Let the Storm forecheck go to work. Marianne down in the corner. Quinn steps up, able to keep it in at the blue line. Lose an edge. And Julia, great work to throw that in. She'll take speed down into the corner there, win the battle. Her and Marianne down there in the corner. We've got Addie in the center pressuring down low. Disrupts the skate as player looks to take it out. And great job there to hold that in. And thrown wide. She'll throw it back in. Number 8 tries to get a shot off, but great job by Addie there to disrupt that, not let her get it off clean. As she'll play it out, and Addie will take that speed up around the player and work to go around. She gets around one and looks for the centering pass just behind the net. Julia throws it back on net off the pad of the goalkeeper, and Wild will look to come back the other direction. Wild able to get it out of the zone and will fire off of the paddle of Hadley. Good save by Hadley there.
Oh, don't leave her in front. Nope.
There we go. We've got a penalty. There we go. The Storm are going to go on the power play with 5:54 to go in the first period. Out on our power play line, let's see who the Storm are going to bring out here.
Louie at center, Sloan at right wing, Rocky at left wing, and Eleanor and Elsie at defense.
I felt like the girl like
Bree at the dot. Puck off to the side. Rocky on the forecheck, battling there. Sloan picks it up. Bree picks it up. Will fire. Oh, tipped off of Rocky. Just wide of the net. Good work by Storm here in the power play. Putting lots of pressure, looking to keep the puck in as much as possible. Rocky over to Bear, or Callahan. She'll fire it high, dropped by the player. Goalie had it in her glove, drops it, and will freeze it. Quick whistle. Goalie's friend. 5:25 to go with a minute left on the power plays.
Yeah. Who's out there?
They didn't do a line change.
No one did? Yeah. No, she knows. She's been calling line changes and goals. Hey. Sloan's like, I'm not going in front of the net. That's terrifying. It depends who's ripping it. She said, I'm not playing with hockey. I don't really want to stand in front of her.
Pass, it's disrupted, going back the other direction by Bree. And Callahan will pick that up back behind the net, throw it up and around. Picked up by the Wild player, throws back across the middle. Sloan will pick that up, an opportunity, and she's able to hit Rocky. Rocky has an opportunity.
Shake her up a little bit.
And thrown out of the zone by the Wild. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Juju picks up the puck, plays it forward, gets it up out of the zone, and in. Icing waved off. And up and out. Marianne working the pressure. Sophia coming back around. Moines, stick handling, looking for an opportunity, and it's a one-timer pass to Low on the backside to tie the game. And we've got a 1-1 game with 4:04 to go in the first period. Back to Juju. Juju will chip that back up high. Going off the cross. Addie.
That's like when you guys play.
Pick that up. Sophia will throw that down in deep. Addie. Use that opportunity to misplay. Wow, the little you better puck up the speed, skating through the neutral zone. Skates back through the middle. Runs into her own player. Great work by Piper there to deflect that puck. Marianne pressuring. They'll throw it back up high. Misplayed. And thrown back in the zone, and that's offside. We'll get a line change here with 3:27 to go.
She's got to go to the
All right, we've got Bree, Bear, and Julia on the wing, and Gwen and back on deep. Great work, GC. Steps into the middle. We use some speed to get in the zone. Gets around the defender. Oh, just Wilder picked that back up. Actually worked by Bear on the front check.
Nice pass.
Step up. They work here.
Back out.
Back it up. He's going the other direction. Quinn takes that off the wild stick and Bree's battling down there in the corner. Stepped up by Julia. Wild to try and throw that in. Quinn chips it forward. And defense picks that up. They have time.
Quick.
Callahan over to Bree. Bree with an opportunity here to get into the zone. To work it in the middle. Picked up by Julia. She'll fire. Deflected up over the net. And Wild will pick this up. Look to skate this with speed through the zone. She's coming in. And she gets around one. Tries to fire and gets it deflected wide. Storm's got to be quick to get back when she's on the ice. Containing. D to D pass. Keeps it in the zone. They'll throw it back across the middle. We're there to deal with it.
Nice try. Bree's tired.
To get a line change there. No change. Turn to Quinn. Quinn gets it back up out of the zone. Pressure. And they're back in the zone. Lucky by Quinn. Callahan picks up the puck. She's got time. Chips it up to Addie. And they're still taking it in. She's going to create an opportunity here, but it's going back the other direction while we get a line change. Nope. By the Storm. Keeping up the pressure in the offensive zone. Ooh. Look for the off the rock. Not going to miss. Storm goes back up the rock. Stop it. Right with the net. And wow. Looking to try and clear an opportunity to go in the other direction.
Back up.
Pick it up. So chip it up out of the zone. DC goes it back over. Piper takes her wide. Disrupts. Looking for the centering pass. Nothing there. Steps up. Not there. Addie.
Oh, come on. That's a hit.
There we go. We got the penalty. A slight bit of body contact, and the Storm will go on the power play with 47 seconds left to go in the first period.
That was intended play.
All right, here's out there for the power play.
Line is going to be
Bree at center, Sophia at right wing, Marianne at left wing, and Piper and Elsie at defense.
Get back over Marianne. Behind the Wild man. Go with the pressure. Sophia tries to pressure, not quite there. And Wild looking to skate it around. She gets it wide in the zone, looking to try and create an opportunity. She's low behind the net on a low angle shot. Piper picks up the puck. Got time and space. She'll get it deep and let the forward go to work in the foot there. Marianne goes down to the corner. Opportunity there. Back across the middle. Over to Gigi. Back center off. Very bad out. Something up back behind the net. So back up to Piper. You set in the zone.
Nice.
Look at the three. Not been able to create an opportunity. And 2 seconds left to go here in the period. That will end the period. Storm had 43 seconds left on the power play. Tied 1-1.
Yeah, go sneak up on him. Go do it. Go interview him. Go sneak up. You can interview Caroline. She looks ready.
Wait, what? What?
The opposite matches. Also, usually like.
for the start of the second period.
Julia at center, Elizabeth at right wing, Julia at left wing, and Juju and Quinn at defense.
Puck one to the side. Chipped in. Julia goes to pick the puck. She'll throw it back across off of the goalie. Lost it for a second.
That
She'll
almost
freeze
went
the
in.
puck and we'll get a face off. 32 seconds to go on the power.
That almost went in. That almost went in.
Almost went in. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Minutes to go. Glenn disrupts
Slowed her
her
down.
just enough to slow her down while the rest of the team tries to get back to support.
There's a girl wide open in front.
Going back up high by the Wild. Ooh, looks for the backhand one-timer. Not able to connect. Just gave the puck. Glenn runs through the back of that player, and we're going to go on the penalty kill. Well, it wouldn't be a weekend in Storm hockey if Glenn didn't end up in the penalty box, so we're nothing if not consistent in our performances. Storm on the penalty kill. We're going to play 4-on-4 for 6 seconds here. Step forward. Under pressure. Up. That's it. Penalty. Storm officially now
All right,
on the penalty kill. Icing waved off. Storm's advantage. The Storm looked to kill, but we got 2 forwards way back and rushing Wild player. Looks to fire and scoring outside blocker on Hadley. Wild take advantage of the penalty by Quinn and go up 2-1.
Far top corner, that's tough.
11:57 to go in the second period. Wild up 2-1. Addie at the face-off dot. Sloan runs the third. One back to DC. DC will throw that back up in the zone. And we're going to get an icing call and head back to the other end of the ice.
All the kings have their queens on the throne. We will pop champagne and raise our toast. To all the queens who are fighting alone, maybe you're not dancing on your own. And we're coming, so all of you get around. It's funny, your heart is so cold.
Beat!
Able to still stick with it. Turns, gets it out wide. He's battling. And Storm still battling. Steps
That's
forward,
good.
and they're not offside, but chips it back forward, and Storm will go on the forecheck here. Tries to throw it out. Rocky misses it off the board, but Callahan is there, throws it just wide of the net. Wild, throw it back up around the net to DC. DC throws it back down and deep. Wild. Oh! Line pass to her goalie. It's a bold move, Cotton. The goalie's able to freeze
Doesn't
it.
go well. Speak from experience.
Julia at center, Sophia at
I don't know if
right
there's wind
wing,
or something. But
Marianne at left wing, and Piper and Juju at defense.
That's what 2 people messaged me, and I was like, there's that.
3 at the face-off dot. Going back to Piper. Piper throws it low off the pad.
So close.
Up wide. Cyclones look to take it up out of the zone. Piper steps there at the blue line, battles, and chips it in, and we're just offsides. And we'll get a face-off for the offside.
I said Cyclones.
Oh, it's not Cyclones. It's the Wild. You are right. Still confusing my teams. 3 at the dot. 3 pushes it forward, able to get it. Trying to create an opportunity back through the middle. Sophia there to battle. And
Nice,
Piper. Great job on the pinch. Keeps that in the zone. Doesn't let 76 take off with it. And Wild will pick up the puck and look to take it with speed out the other direction. She's got a head of speed Juju. The Wild go up 3-1.
Just have to put Lee out. Something. Oh, Addie at center, Elizabeth at right wing, Julia at left wing, and Eleanor and Quinn at defense.
Storm able to battle and win the puck. Back in on the Wild. Julia there battling with Bear. Tip back over. It's a race, and Addie's able to win that. Battle the puck. And Julia picks it up, has a head of speed, tries to get it back through the middle, not able to do it. Trying to skate the puck through our opponent's legs. Usually doesn't work. They'll get it wide. Bear looks to get back up. Addie on the pressure. Julia picks it up. Will take it into the zone. Backwards. Keeps it in. It should have been off. And Storm players are running over each other. Back up in the zone. Still looking to battle. Callahan picks up the puck. Chips it up. Wild went for a weird line change and left the puck. Addie's able to throw it in deep as number 76 wants to take it for another skate. By Bree. Bree picks it up. Looks to find Rocky wide there. Rocky steps up. Rocky. Oh, good glove by the Wild goalie. Rocky with a good shot, forcing her to make the save. 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Wild up 3-1. Storm with the fight their way back in.
Bowie at center, Sloan at right wing, Rocky at left wing, and Elsie and Piper at defense.
Sloan looking. Sloan, tries to get higher off a quick one, not able to get it. Bree chips it back down and in. Wild tries to skate it up through the group. And Elise, not able to keep it in. Nobody there is Bree, picks up the puck, has some time. She looks to try and chip it around her. And offside.
Thought for a minute he was going to let that one go.
You keep calling Elsie Elise.
Elsie, not Elise. Sorry. Battle at the blue line. A little bit of chaos. And Wild able to come away with that, but just turn it over to Bree. Bree tries to fire it over to Sloan. Just wide. Storm doing a good job.
Rocky!
And Rocky's going to use his speed. Drives it forward while the Storm are going to get a quick line change here. Get some fresh legs on there in this opportunity. 3-on-1, and Rocky's holding their own down there in the bottom line. They'll tip it back out. Piper holds it in. Piper tries to fire it in. Tipped off of the Wild stick. And Sloan down there. Rocky with another opportunity out in front of the goalie. Goalie able to get a glove on it. 7:46 to go. Wild up 3-1 as we get a line change.
Addie at center, Sophia at right wing, Marianne at left wing, and Juju and Quinn at defense.
Face off, back around the corner. Wild will pick it up, working to get it out of the zone. Juju, great job, but throws it in before Sophia can get out of the zone. And we'll have an offside. Addie at the face-off back. Addie looks to try and win it forward, tied up in the ref's skate. Wild try to come away with that, but Addie will chip it in. Wild will just throw it back out of the front. Juju picks up the puck, shoots it forward to Sophia. Sophia tries to throw it in deep, unable to get enough on it. Wild will just throw it away. Yeah. Shoots it up to Marianne, out of the zone. Wild will collect the loose puck, throw it wide into the zone, and not played well. Addie able to pick up the puck, control, give herself time and space, and shoots it backhand deep into the zone, and let the Storm go to work on the forecheck here. Storm trying to step up, three there to support, throws it over to Juju. Juju takes the puck, throws it in deep, and we're going to have an icing call. 6:43 to go in the second period.
I said, right foot, creep, walking with that deep. Look around, stay low, miss what I don't see. Kiss me bad, walk around, face me with that heat. The devil under your feet, you're on your way to see.
Conversion by Hadley. That came back off of the back corner bar. Tries to chip it forward, just misses. I'm by Eleanor. Nope, that's Bear picking up the puck. Drives through. Throws it back across the middle. Ryan picks that up, throws it down deep to his sister. Sister centering pass, one time, saved by the goalie. Excellent save to get her leg pad out. Piper, throw that back down. Tipped in by the player. Run back in deep again. Ryan will pick that up, throw it back across the middle. No one there to receive. And, deflected wide. Storm doing a great job here on this possession. Working possession in the zone. We'll throw it back down deep into the corner. Go off. And we're back live. All of the great commentary that you missed, you'll have to catch up on later. But we're back connected here. Thrown back in deep. Storm doing a great job in this cycle to find one-timer great off the pad, wide of the goal. Storm still working, down low. Yep, and we're going to pick up a power play. And number 5 going to head to the penalty box. It's on 5.
Yeah, it's the wrong girl.
Wrong girl. Sorry if I yelled in your head there. We're going to go on the power play. Our power play line is going to be
Addie at center, Sloan at right wing, Bucky at left wing, and Elsie and Quinn at defense.
Rocky does a good job.
Oh, that's all right. Regroup.
Rocky does a good job there. Keeps it in as tries to throw it back in, but we're just offside. DC not quite able to hold it until we cleared the zone there. And we're going to go to center ice for the face-off. 1:10 left to go on the power play. Addie at the dot. Sloan throws it back up high off of the stick. Addie throws it back across the middle of the Rocky. Rocky able to pick it up. Stolen off the stick by number 76. And they're back the other direction. 76 going for the skate all by her And we're still battling. We're working through microphone issues here. We'll do our best here. 76 tries to fire it again off Hadley's pad. Thrown back out of the zone. And that won't go for icing. Storm with 30 seconds left on the power play. Not able to set up in the zone here. Quinn picks up the puck. Ships it back up to Rocky. Rocky able, late offsides call. lets us play with the puck for a little bit before telling us he didn't do it in time.
We'll switch out in the period.
We're going to switch mics at the period so we can get our color commentary back in the mix here. Bree at the face-off dot. Bree pushes it forward. Over to Juju. Juju over to Piper. Piper sends it up to Sophia, just out of her reach, and Wild will shuffle that back in. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Wild hold the puck until they can get back to even strength, and they're back to even strength now. Wild hold the puck. Piper throws that back up out of the zone. Sophia to try and battle. Not quite able to get a hold of it. Wild looking to skate this towards the middle. They're looking for a pass. Bree steals it off of her stick and looks to go the other direction. Good poke check there as she cuts across the middle, and Wild are going back the other direction. Juju battling down. Piper steps up. Centering pass as she looks to throw it back far side, wide of the net. Wild pick it up the hash. Will pass it back to the D. D will cycle it back down low. Centering pass, looking for the one-timer. Wide of the net, disrupted. Storm not letting her have that easy shot. And hit from behind again. No call. As she cycles back up and around. Marianne blocking. Juju, great job there. And Bree able to pick up the puck. Bree able to get forward. Bree fires. Right. Goalie able to hold that in. And we'll get a face-off and a line change.
At center, Addie. At right wing, Elizabeth. At left wing, Julia. And Eleanor and Elsie at defense.
Addie at the dot. One back towards the corner. Wild will pick that up behind the net. Try to throw it up and around. Thrown up and around. Julia throws it over to Bear. Bear fires just wide of the net. Back behind. Chipped up and around. Callahan will step up. Work to try and get it back towards the middle. Addie's there. Starts, gives a little stick lift. Able to give him some time. DC will throw that back in. No ice as we get a tip off of the Wild stick. And Wild will pick it up back behind the net. Minute 45 to go in the period. Thrown back up and around. Julia giving her the business from behind. Puts her on her butt. Thrown back up to Callahan. Strange bounce. Callahan able to settle it and get it back deep. Bear will pick that up behind the net. Throws it back to the centering pass. Just off the Wild stick. Meant for Addie. And Wild will throw this back down. And we have no indication. No icing. No icing. And we will fling that back up and around and high to the Wild player. Off of the skate, Addie picks it up. Addie looking for a little bit of speed. We'll just toss that in softly into the zone. Oh, and a backwards pack to Addie and a goal! A huge mistake by the Wild player as she blind drop passes back to Addie, and Addie puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Who had the goal?
Feel as a goalie.
Addie.
Not great.
Goalie probably wants to have a conversation with their defender after that one.
We'll take it.
Wild mistake late here in period 2 to keep the Storm in this. 3-2. Bree at the face-off dot. Thrown back. Quinn will chip that back up and forward. And offsides, Quinn chips that back up again. 45 seconds to go in the period. Storm looking to pressure. Throws it up to Bree. Bree chips it around. Able to get one. Looking for one late here. Soft into the pads. And that'll freeze it. 28 seconds to go in the period. Storm looking to score here late in the period to tie it up. Bree at the dot. Bree chips it forward. Rocky there. Oh, Rocky tipped off the wild stick, and another soft rebound there left, and the ref slow to blow the whistle. The clock operator slower to stop it. 19 seconds left to go in the second period.
Oh yeah, if we play something Storm tonight.
Bree at the dot. Back across the middle. Bree, oh! Quick one-timer. Not quite there under the skate of the Wild player, and Wild content to throw this out. It'll be a foot race, and Wild lose the stick and give Quinn an opportunity to chip that up to Rocky. 7 seconds to go. Wild step in. Quinn content to tie that up. And hand pass. There we go. No hand passes in the defensive zone, so we would have been clean. That's the end of the second period. Storm down 2-3 to the Wild, but have the momentum going into the third.
Using the same mic.
Like, all right, we made a microphone change here. I think we got everybody live. Give us a test, Maddie. How are you feeling about this third period?
Good.
Maddie's feeling good about the third period. So are Storm fans in the building. It's a loud, energetic hockey game. There are no ties. It is win in advance. Lines for the third period.
Bree at center, Julia at left wing, Elizabeth at right wing, and Piper and Eleanor at defense.
Julia looking for a break towards the center, loses it in her feet. Wild will pick this back up. 76 looking to cut back across the middle. Storm happy to just let her contain. She's able to get through. Flings it wide of the net. All the way up and around to the Storm defender. And Callahan will kick that back up. She'll look to go forward. She looks for the centering pass. Not able to get it. Julia chips it up and around the board. And we're going to have a penalty on the Storm on Julia. A little bit of body contact. Too much.
I'm glad you did, because I've considered it.
What?
Sorry, not sorry.
Julia with the penalty. Addie at center, Rocky at right wing, Piper and Eleanor at defense.
Here we go. Penalty kill. Rocky chipped forward. Addie picks it up behind the net. Circle back around. Takes it for a skate. Wild defender there. Chipped up and high. Number 25 will look to throw that wide of the net. Rocky drops in and able to chip it forward. No icing. Great work by Rocky there. Minute to go on the power play here, on the penalty kill. Wild skating this through the zone. They'll kick it wide. And Piper will make a skate it around. She looks for the centering pass. It's not there. Rocky able to take this with some speed. She's got time and space. And Rocky gets around one. Fires it just off the post. Excellent work by Rocky there. Using her speed. Beats two defenders and gets a solid shot on the net. They'll throw it back and in, and they'll take it in. They look for the centering pass, disrupted, and they fire, and Hadley able to freeze it. Gets it under her pad, and 17 seconds to go on the penalty kill. We'll make a quick line change here, knowing we're picking up Julia coming out of the box here in 17 seconds.
Bree at center, Quinn and Elsie at defense, and
Bree
Sloan
wins
at
it
right.
forward hard. Pressure. Tries to throw it back. Off the backhand, she'll throw it in high. Thrown back around behind the net. Looking for the centering pass. Not able to get it. Quinn Tips it back up to the center. Mishandled. Thrown back wide again. Sloan picks up the puck there in the corner, battling with the Wild player. Good effort there by Sloan. Giving us space and time. Back around behind the net. Storm not letting her get a good look. They'll use their defenseman as an outlet. She'll throw it in deep and wide, and oh no! Hadley gets screened a little bit, and a bouncing puck just gets fired, and the Wild go up 4-2.
Addie at center, Sophia at right wing, Marianne at left wing, and Juju and Piper at defense.
Marianne chips that forward. Wild looking to go the other way. Good job by Marianne to pick that off the blue line and throw it back down deep. In the corner, Wild will chip it forward. They're able to pick it up, looked over the cross ice pass, out of the neutral zone, can't handle it, and Piper will throw that back and in as Sloan generously gets a tip call, and we avoid the icing. Thrown back up out of the zone. Juju, good job there on the blue line, battling. Wild able to win that battle, and they'll start bringing it in. They'll bring it in wide. Hadley will shuffle that puck wide to Marianne. Marianne chips it up to Sophia. Sophia still battling. They'll throw it down in deep, and we're not going to get an icing call here. Too much time to play, and Addie will go on the forecheck. Turnover again. Addie tries to find Marianne in the center. Juju just misses the puck, and they're off to the races. 76 back down through the ice and around in circles, and great work by Hadley to cut across, take out the backhand.
But
Thrown back across the middle. Number 9 tries to throw it in deep. Not able to get it there. Juju, good job. Lets her throw it back and up and out. And, ooh, bouncing over Juju's stick. Storm doing a little bit of puck watching right now. Need to get the feet moving. Throws it back up. Hattie throws it out of the zone. No icing. And the Storm are going to look for a line change here as quick as possible. Able to get the line change on the forecheck. Great effort by Bear on the turnover. Bear has Bree center. Dead center into the goalie's midsection. Not quite able to get it in there. And
Here we go.
goalie freezes it. Works to get it up from under her butt. It's 8:32 to go in the period.
is there a line change?
Nope, no line change. You can say that
Face off dot. Bree looks to battle. Thrown back up. Callahan will cycle that over to Bear. Bear tosses that down and in. Julia pressures, picks up the puck, thrown back out and high. DC steps it, going to take it for a walk, fires in. Goalie able to glove that in. And 8:16 to go. We're going to go for another face-off. No line change for the Storm. Oh, thrown in off the goalie's pad. Thrown back across the back door. Not quite able to capitalize there. And the Wild will cycle that back up out of the zone. Tipped back in by Julia. And disrupted by Callahan. Great effort there. Julia able to get into the zone. Oh, great centering pass. Oh, one timer for Bear, not quite there. Bree will throw that back in, and goalie will get it frozen. Good sequence by the Storm there to create a lot of pressure. 7:45 to go in the third period, and we're going to get a line change.
Addie at center, Sloan at right wing, Rocky at left wing, and Juju and Quinn at defense.
Addie at the face-off dot. It's a back out the other direction, and 76 is looking to make a skate. Quinn disrupts her enough to let Rocky get back on the back check. Off of the paddle, Juju chips that up and high, and Addie's got an opportunity here. Rocky going to use her speed, gets there in time to disrupt, and Addie will fire that into the glove of the Des Moines goaltender. Storm would like to get another one here early, give them some momentum to finish out the third period here. Addie at the dot, over to Rocky. Rocky will use her D back to Quinn. Quinn, throw that back down deep. Rocky will go to work on the pressure. And turnover created again. And Juju steps up one-timer off the goalie's leg pad. Addie looks to pick the puck up, throws it back in, low. Sloan battling down there. Wild able to come away with it. Skating the puck back up out of the zone. They're looking for one girl. Her number is 76. 76 skates it in and disrupted. And goal. Able to skate around. And Wild put another one in the back of the net with 6:47 to go. Storm go down 5-2. Wild, pick up the puck, skate it back around behind the net. Throw it down. Call for icing, but it's not going to get there. And Callahan will pick that up. Great chip up to Marianne. Bree able to pick it up. He will throw it in deep on the goalie. Goalie will just freeze, and we'll get a face-off in the offensive zone. Face off back to Piper. Piper over to Callahan. Callahan fires off of the Wild player. Wild chip it back up. Callahan loads, fires into the goalie, and able to freeze that puck. And Storm will get a line change on the forwards.
Addie at center, Julia at right wing, Elizabeth at left wing, and Piper and Eleanor on defense.
Addie at the dot. Oh, with chip and puck tipped and gloved down by the Wild goaltender. And we're going to go repeat the face-off at the same dot. Piper, foot race with number 9. Coming back and across. Disrupted. Centering pass. No one able to pick it up for the Wild. They had numbers in front of the net. Back behind the net. Kellen will throw that up. Chipped up. Not going to go for icing. As Callahan races to put pressure. Good work, chipped off of her skate, but Wild able to collect and get it into the zone. Piper looks to take a swipe, but Wild able to collect. Looks for the centering pass, not able to get there. Chipped up out of the zone. The Storm will look to put pressure on as the Wild try and clear the zone to get ready again. 76 looking for a centering pass, not able to get there, and Addie able to pick up the puck and looks to take it for a skate. This is just a little bit. Addie cycles back around 76 and finds Bear in the corner. Bear tips it into the zone and goes to work in the corner. 4:50 to go here in the third period. Storm still putting pressure on as Wild skate this out of the zone. Defenseman taking it for a skate. Looks to load. Deflected. And thrown back around to the outside. Wild defender throws that back down into the zone, and Juju will collect it behind the net and cycle it back the other direction. Bree goes into the sideboard, looking to battle. Thrown back around the other direction. DC picks it up, tips it. Bree has it, tipped by the defender, and there's no icing. Storm with numbers. BC battling off the back of the net. Bear kicks it back around the other direction. And Wild will start to skate this puck up out of the zone. Wild gets it in the zone. Bree able to pick it off the stick. And she's got her and Bear as a 2-on-2. Gets around the defender, cuts back to the middle, fires! Top shelf! And the Storm bring it back within 2 with 3:38 to go in the third period. My commentator is busy in her tropic drink that she's got right now. We have a Bree goal. Top shelf shot over the blocker side of the goalie. Giving Storm some life back in this game. Addie at the faceoff dot. Rocky and Sloan at the wing. Callahan and Clevenger back on D. Rocky wins the puck. Able to get around. And it fires again just wide of the net. Quinn will throw that back down into Rocky. Looking for an opportunity. And here comes number 76. We battle. Quinn. And we're going to get a call. A penalty on Quinn, I'm not certain for what, as she played the puck. She played the puck! She played the puck on a 50-50 puck and won it. Storm going to go on the penalty kill. I'm not happy. Coach is not happy. Normally, when Quinn commits the crime, we accept it. And we're on the penalty kill. They fire it wide of the net. Rocky on the battle. 25 will swing that around to 5 for Wild. Thrown wide of the net, back behind. 76 collects. Looks for the centering pass, not able to get there. Bree disrupts that, and Wild will cycle that back down. Addie picks it up back around behind the net. Will chip it forward out of the zone. A minute to go here in the penalty kill as Storm continue to work aggressively. Playing conservative here on the penalty kill, working the time. Bree steps up, able to control that, and 76 looks to skate it, but great effort by Callahan there to get a stick and slow her down. She'll cycle it, pick it up, tries to skate through, not able to get it through. Rocky gets her from behind, able to throw that up. Callahan will try and step, and ooh, good effort there as we chip it back up out of the zone. And oh my goodness, I can't believe they called that a trip. You weren't even sure. I was. It was a trip. There's no doubt. But, like, put your arm up with confidence if we're going to make the call. 2:04 to go. And Storm are going to go down 5-on-3 to try and kill this off. Julia at the face-off dot. One back. Piper tries to throw that back out. Battling there at the corner. Thrown back in low. Callahan fling that back out and around up high. Oh, and Wild not able to handle it with 5 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. 1. And Storm are now 5-on-4 for another minute 10. Refs can't handle his edges. Loses it in the middle, and the Storm will throw it back in deep again. Minute to go on the 5-on-4. They'll chip it forward. Piper's there. Piper throws it wide to the side. And Storm are able to win that battle and chip it back in. Thrown back over to Callahan. And number 76 is finding a lot of time on the ice today. Chip back over to Bear. And penalty committed by the Wild, as the referee said, you can't do that. So we'll be 4-on-4 for 28 seconds, and the Storm will go to a 5-on-4 advantage with a minute left in the game.
So we're not getting our money for it.
And we've got a timeout here. As the Storm are going to talk this over about what the approach is going to be.
Working with some in the streets, about to go in northeast. Bang, easy.
With a minute to go, Storm will go ahead and pull the goalie for a 5-on-4 advantage to finish the game. Once Addie comes out of the box, Storm will be playing 6-on-4 for the rest of the game. We'll have Bree at the face-off with Julia there. Puck back. Miscommunication and clearly a check, but we're going to let it go. Are we calling the penalty?
My bad. That's a penalty, and you don't call it in the zone.
49 seconds to go. Referee can't figure out. We have an inadvertent whistle. Bree at the face-off dot. Wins it forward. Julia through the zone. Able to get it. Hadley will go back to the bench. Bree throws it back across the middle. Oh, Julia's just not quite able to connect. And able to keep it in the zone as 76 throws it back in. Back around. Addie out of the box at perfect time, picks that in and takes it back into the zone, centering pass. Like, don't know how that's not a penalty as she runs her through the fucking middle zone. Sorry for my language, but I didn't see it. Thanks. I can't see through a person in a stanchion.
You don't sit on.
But do get a penalty call. The Storm with 18 seconds to go.
See through the steel post?
I couldn't see this. I couldn't actually see through you. It wasn't the steel post.
Lean forward. Couldn't move your legs down lower.
If I fall, I might fall over. And we're going to finish out 6-on-4 here as we try and get one. Just off the stick, thrown back across the center, thrown back across, and Callahan fire that higher than net, back over to DC. DC fires that back in, off. Addie will fire that back across low. And Storm not quite able to hold on. Lose 5-3 to the Wild. So Storm will move to the consolation bracket and play their way back to the championship tomorrow morning. We'll post game times. Good luck, everyone.